We back with another episode coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, Boss Life Secrets, which you can find on Amazon.com. So it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. Yes, sir. Sunday we'll be together. Uh, 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 uh. Another day is Sunday. I know you look. I know you're looking at football. Football Sunday, huh? I know it's football Sunday. New York City in the house. Hey, y'all just finished watching football. I know what time it is. Just finished watching football. Like the video, share the video. I'm not gonna be on here long. I know, there's one more game left. There's one more game left tonight. Maryland in the house. Yeah, tell me where you're from when you come in. There's one more game tonight at 8:30, right? I got 40 minutes. I know what it is. You don't watch sports you don't watch sports at all? Oh, that might be a good thing, Eric. You don't watch football. That means, Eric, you know what that means? That means you have less distractions in your life if you don't watch football or any type of sports. That means you have less distractions. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I want to come on and kick a little ism, you know? Kick a little ism. Kick a little game real quick. You're a Steelers fan. Oh, what two players got hurt with the Steelers? Yeah, like the video. Share the video. Yeah. And on PS, by the way, my brand new book is on Amazon. Boss Life Secrets. You did. Yep, it's official. Hey, what's up, Donna? Like the video, share the video. Antonio Brown is a free agent, so-called messing with. Yeah, I know. Antonio Brown been a free agent. I thought you was talking about today. You talking about just period. No, I thought you was talking about today, man. You got me confused. Antonio Brown been gone from Pittsburgh. I would have left too. I would have left too. Antonio Brown did the right thing to leave Pittsburgh. Heck with all that crap. I gotta call her back. God, man. It's my aunt. I call her back. YouTube acting up. Well, you didn't get it? But nah, YouTube been doing that, Eric. They didn't just start doing that. It ain't just you. They just don't be showing uh the new videos, or and they don't show the live. When I go live, they don't be showing it. People don't get the alerts. That's on purpose. They've been doing that, man, over the past month now. You know, they be hating, man. It's all right though. Montreal, Cindy Rose in the house. Canada, huh? Okay. Montreal. Okay. No, now some of you do shaking my head on YouTube. Yes. Yeah, they be hating, man. Have you dated three? What's that, Donna? Have you dated three when at the same time? If so, did you get? Have I ever dated three women at the same time? That's what you're trying to say, Donna? Yeah, I wouldn't say dated. When I wouldn't say dating. See, dating is kind of a loose word people throw around. When you say dating, you talking about go to dinner, go out of town, go places together, spend the night over at the house. I would say three women. That's kind of it's very difficult to do that. Let me tell you what I have done, Donna. I've dated two women. We spent a bunch of time together with the two women. We went out of town together, went to dinner together, went to the club together, went to the party together, went to the movies together. And the third woman, I just went to her house, but we never went anywhere together. That's what I have done. Because, see, I didn't have a lot of time for the third woman, you know? So that's what I have done. Now, if you want to call that dating, okay, knock yourself out. But that's why I have done that. I mean, I didn't. It's I think it takes a lot of time to do that. I mean, two women. You know, my time was limited back then. It was really limited today. Man. But I didn't lie to anybody. I didn't make it seem like they were like the only person I was around at the time. So I didn't lie to anybody. So I didn't. It wasn't like it wasn't anything for me to get caught. No, I didn't have enough time because I had school, I had work at the time, and I was traveling in and out of town a lot. So you have a limited amount of time. So if I'm not working or not taking classes, I'm at home for a few hours and I spend a little time, an hour or two with somebody else. So that's how it was. And then you have to sleep too now. I had to sleep. I'm working a full-time job and I'm taking classes at the same time. So it's not easy. I wouldn't necessarily call three girlfriends. I wouldn't say girlfriends. But we were close. And we were close. I wouldn't say girlfriends. I wouldn't put the title girlfriend on it. But we were close. I can still call them today. If they see me today, they'll stop and give me a hug, and we'll talk like when we picked up off at, basically. I have good relationships today with people, man. I don't have no problems with nobody, really. You know, I don't have no problems with nobody, man. Even the women that got married, a few of them got married. I wish them well. I see them, some of them online with their husbands or whatever, and I congratulate them. If I see them out in public, I'll be like, hey, I'll shake the dude's hand, husband hand. I'm cool with a lot of these women's families, their parents and their brothers and sisters. So yeah, it's all good. And their parents, they like me. So I don't really got no problems with nobody today. I've been through all that when I was in my 20s and 30s. I had issues with certain people. But today, I don't got no problem with nobody. I'll say this. I date multiple women at the same time, but I told them about each other. If you're talking serious towards marriage, no, I have not, and don't recommend. Third woman didn't have much time. Yes, sir. Wish people well doing believe the chapter in your story is over. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these women, man, not a lot of them, but a few of these women, they were better off once they left me. The way they came in was one way, and when they left, they were better off. Now, they might not, all of them might not necessarily say that, but if because they might not even realize it. But when I watch them, you know, some of them online, like I said, and when I see them, and some of them call me like every once in a while, like my birthday or something like that. I can tell the way they talk, the way they act, the way they carry themselves. They wasn't like that when I first met them. So a lot of them would say, they probably wouldn't come out and say I had a lot of influence on them, but they was like, hey, I did learn a lot from him. So a lot of them would say, a lot of them probably would say they learned a lot from me. As a matter of my ex-girlfriend, she said that. She actually admitted to it. She's like, I did learn a lot from you, I have to admit. And a few of them um found out that I was writing books, right? Two of them found out I was writing books. One of them was like, oh, that's so cool. She was like, I could see you doing something like that. And then the other one said, interesting. And she said something like, he said, interesting, but that's good. Yeah. So, and a lot of them on Facebook, I'm not on Facebook a lot, but, and some of them follow me on YouTube. So it's all good. I don't have no problems. I don't got no beef with nobody, man. People might have beef with me, but I don't know these people. I don't know them. The people that have beef with me, I don't know them. So if you meet anybody that says they got beef with me, I don't know this person. So like the video, share the video, and yeah, call up. Any questions? If you got questions, I got answers. 800-315-8203. Yeah, anyone got beef with me, I don't know them. So I don't have no beef with nobody. Why do women get emotional, attractive to a man? Because of his energy. Maybe he's a masculine guy. Maybe he's being himself. He's not putting her up on a pedestal like most guys do. Most guys treat women like they're like a trophy piece or something like that, like an object. Most women don't know why they get emotional towards the guy. They really don't know. They just be like, they'll say something like, "Oh, something's just different about him." That's all. But I can't explain it. A lot of women say stuff like that. They talk like that. They be like, "Something different about him, though." you know, you never heard anything about me. That's why I love your channel. Real talk. Yeah, I don't have no beef with nobody, and I don't know. There's a lot of people on YouTube that talk, have similar stuff, topics that I talk about, but I don't really know them. I never met. I've never met most of these people online. I've met a lot of people, but the people that are in the I guess dating and relationship um area, I've never met any of these people before. Now let me tell you how I met Tariq Nasheed. Like this is years ago, like 2009. I met him. He was cool. But a lot of these new people popping up, I've never met them before. So I don't know. I don't follow anybody. I'm not really a fan of anybody. Now, some people I respect what they're doing, but I look at it like the less I know what other people are doing, um, that's probably a good thing. Been watching you since 2017. Oh, that's cool, man. That means I'm doing something right, I guess. I'm going in the right direction. What up, Mississippi in the house? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people online, they're not who they claim to be. Like yeah, I pick up on a lot of things very, very quick. Because you can tell a lot of people that they regurgitate the same talking points over and over and over again. And that's when you know this person is not really serious. They just do a bunch of talking. I had that experience a lot with ladies saying something different about. Yeah, Eric, you know what I'm talking about. Then, yeah, that I've gotten that many times, probably more times than I can remember at this point. Yeah, a lot of women they don't know why they feel the way they feel. They can't explain it most of the time because it is what it is. They, you see, you can't fight how you feel. That's the thing. You can't fight how you feel. See, I look at it like this. Well, no, not how I look at it. This is just how it is. If if a woman stays around you long enough, and you keep giving her that tingling feeling inside, After a while, it's going to take her over, and she's not going to be able to control what happens. So you, as the man, have to. You're in charge of taking it where you want it to go. When that becomes the case, but a lot of times, a lot of guys, they be complaining all the time, talking about what women are doing and she did me wrong, and you know, they'd be like, "Oh, just go make towel, just go make towel, man, or go get a blow up doll." Like it's if you go get a blow up doll, what that ain't no solution. Getting a blow up doll ain't no solution, man. Come on, yeah, cut that out. Just go get a blow up doll, pay 200-300 bucks. Go get a prostitute. There's a lot of people talking like this online. It's a bunch of idiots. Yeah, like the video. Get the likes up. I feel if I would listen to the many dating coaches, I would get confused, especially if they teaching different strategies. What up, Tommy? Yeah, if you keep listening to a lot of different people, you will get confused because the information is gonna conflict each other. That's just like if you listen to what I say and you go back and turn on the television, this they on television is they basically want you to basically surrender, submit. That's basically what they want you to do on television. Anything that's on television, any type of advice that they give, they basically want you to submit and beg and you know chase women, chase everything. They want you to chase everything, basically. They don't want you to empower yourself and and have a better life. No, they don't want you to do none of that. They want you to beg and whine and complain and that's basically it. They don't want you to feel good about yourself. They don't want you to have self-esteem. They don't want you to have self-esteem. They don't want you to have confidence. They don't want that. They don't want that's the last thing that they want. For guys to be walking out here with a good, healthy self-image of themselves. They don't want that. That's the last thing they want. Because if you if you have millions of guys walking around with self-esteem, feeling good about themselves, they would stop shopping all the time. They wouldn't be going to the mall. These companies would lose money. Same thing with women. If women felt good about themselves, if women like what they saw when they look in the mirror, they would not go to the mall. They wouldn't go to the salon all the time. They wouldn't get their hair perm. They wouldn't get their hair braided. They wouldn't get their nails done and put on a bunch of makeup. These companies would lose money. They wouldn't buy a bunch of cars every 2 to 5 years, get a new car. It's all about the money. There's a lot of politics in the people bickering and not getting along. And, you know, that's what it is. I mean, if you're like Think about it. If you're like the guy that's getting most of the attention from women in the workspace or in any space, you know how rare that is? That's not something that's common, bro. That's like that's like that's not something that's common at all. Phew. Like for real, man. It's like the average guy got to beg a woman to do anything. I mean, he can't even come over at nighttime. The average guy, he can't even come over at night. He got to come over during the daytime. If that, he got to meet the girl. If he call up, he got to meet the girl. She'll say, "Hey, meet me at the restaurant down the street." He can't even come over. He got to ask for everything. But the guy that she's really into, he don't got to ask for nothing. She'll volunteer. She'll ask him to come over, or volunteer to come to his house, his spot. He ain't got to ask for nothing. That's the difference between the attractive man versus the unattractive man. I mean, he don't got to ask for nothing. I've been on both sides, so I know what time it is. By the way, I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been the person that was shy, you know, bashful, quiet, didn't say much. I've been that guy. I was hanging around football players, getting all the girls. I mean, them dudes, man. The girls just come over to the dome, the apartments where we was at, and they just assume the position. I never seen nothing like that in my life at the time. I'm 20 years old. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I'm talking like these ain't no hood rats now. These these are some of the best looking women on the campus. I'm talking they got cars, their families is well off. Uh Not all, but most of them. You know, they from all over the country. I'm talking these women come over, whatever the guys want, they go get it from the store. They take them where they want. My man was like, "Hey, you want some of that?" I mean, like I'm 20 years old, I'm looking at this. I didn't know what to do at the time. I'm like, yo. So that's when I learned. If you read my first book, I shared that story of how I went to college, and that experience blew me away, man. I was like, once I had that experience at 20, I was like, yo, I'm going about this thing the wrong way, you know, because I'm over here like buying women gifts that I barely know. I really don't know them, you know. That's what I was doing in high school. I'm buying Valentine's gifts for girls. I don't even know if they like me or not, you know. I just bought it anyway because that's what everybody was doing. I'm asking a girl out at prom. She not even interested in me, but I asked her anyway. You know, stuff like that. I'm like, and these other guys, they ain't had to ask for nothing. I'm like, What's really going on? So this is why I always say, man, the quality of your life, the quality of your relationships you have is mostly based on the type of person that you are. Really, and then there's no way around it. There's no way around it, really. The only thing that got better, the only thing that made me have a better experience, I should say, is when I got better. I mean, if you're waiting on things to change around you, like other people, your parents, your sister, your brother, your friends, you're gonna be waiting for a long time, bro. Because most people are not gonna change unless they have some tragic experience or something like that, or whatever. But go in a coma or something like that and come back out. But for the most part, you're better off making the changes on your own. And like all the superficial stuff, none of that stuff ever worked. None of that stuff ever made me happy. I mean, I used to ride around with two, 5,000, $7,000 in my pocket. I used to ride around with cash like that. It never made me happy though. Yeah, I had money. I could go anywhere. I could buy almost anything I wanted, but it never made me happy. And that stuff made me happy, bro. And then when I started making, when I was riding around with money like that, I got to a point I was like, this is what people been trying to kill themselves over. Nothing happened. I was still the same person. And 7,000, 10,000 is not a lot of money. Let's be clear. That's not a lot of 5,000, 10,000 is not a lot of money, especially if you live in a big city. These guys was on a mission, goal purpose of doing things not right or wrong. Just having fun, enjoying the moment. Yeah, they were just having a good time. They wasn't taking things as serious as I was at the time. Apple Mac in the house. That's because you are going by what your mom told you to do, wasn't it? Yeah, exactly. I was basically going about things the way my parents taught me. You know, that's basically what I was doing. Really, I didn't have it. My mom, my parents didn't keep it real with me until I was about until I got out of the Navy. That's when my parents kept it real with me, and they was like, "Hey, at this point, you probably figured out that once you leave this house, out into when you go out into the world, it's different out there." Ain't it? I was like, "Yeah, it is different out here. People cold blooded out here." He said, every family ain't like ours, right? I said, you got that right. So I said, yeah, you should have told me that before I left, though. You shouldn't have waited until I was 25 to tell me that. You know, I just joined. Is that your mom on the bedroom? Yeah, that's my mom. The picture right there in the back. Yeah, that's my mom. Yeah. Yep. Rest in peace to my mom. If she was living today, she'd be 85. No, 86. I forgot. June just passed a couple months ago. She'd be 86 if she was living today. My dad personality was kind of like how you said your mom personality was. The life of the party and everybody knew. Yeah, my mom was like that, man. My mom was multi-talented. She was like, she knew a lot of people, bro. I didn't understand what she was doing because I was so young at the time. But there was a method to the madness. I didn't understand it until I got older. Your dad 83? Okay, that's cool, man. So your dad and my mom were born around the same time frame, basically. Hey, our parents lived through all that crazy shit back then, man. Slavery, Jim Crow, black codes, all that craziness. Yeah, our parents lived through all of that, you know? They lived through all the chaos, basically. Civil rights. Civil rights was the East Coast thing. It depends on where you live at. They didn't get that in the Midwest, and then on the no, they didn't get that in the Midwest. No, uh. Uh, well, yeah, the reason why you don't talk about it because it was awful. You know, he probably forgot about it. That's how bad it was, Apple Mac. My mom didn't talk about a lot of it, but I had to ask. I mean, she a lot of that stuff was awful, man. A lot of stuff that they went through, it was awful. He probably forgot. That's how bad it was. You know what I mean? A lot of people, man, stuff that happens was so tragic back in the day, man. They kind of have like a blackout. You know, the movement was for all black people everywhere, though. Yeah, it was, but it wasn't. It didn't impact the Midwest. That's all I'm saying. Places like Indiana, Kentucky, Arkansas, man, they still got that craziness going out there to this day, man. Oregon, places like that, and they still got a bunch of craziness going on out there. Kansas, Illinois. Man, there's some places in the Midwest, man, I'm never gonna go to this day. I'm not gonna go because I know better. There's still sundown towns to this day in Georgia. Everybody's family from the South, unless they're second generation. But if your family, everybody's family migrated from the South. Yep, my family from South Carolina too. They still in South Carolina. They ain't never went nowhere. Some of them went to New York and they came back couple of years ago. What do you think about all of these dudes leaving the U.S. to live in South America and other places because of the racism? Man, I tell you what, man. If somebody wants to go south and they have a plan, hey, man, good luck. I'm not gonna knock it. I get it. I understand. There's a lot of guys that went to Brazil. Brazil is one of those countries. It's doable. If you have to learn the language. You have to speak Portuguese if you're gonna live down there. So it's doable. Brazil is doable. Colombia is doable. Even Mexico is doable. Uh, a couple island spots down there. You know, I say, hey man, go for it, man. It's no place. Every place got its pros and cons. There's no place perfect, but it ain't no place like North America though. I would say that, Appleman. Ain't no place like North America. Whew, boy. We're in the belly of the beast up here. We're in the belly of the beast up here, man, in North America. I'll say this, I don't think Bill Cosby did it because he was at a time where black men looked at white women with lynched. You know, Bill Cosby, let me tell you, ain't nobody raping these women, man. I'm kind of tired of even talking about it, man. Ain't nobody raping no woman. I mean, what Harvey Weinstein probably, maybe he did. But I'm going to say this. I could be wrong. Ain't most non-white guys, they're not raping no woman. Raping them for what? If you're in Hollywood making millions of dollars, you ain't rather rape no woman. Come on, man. This is crazy. Well, I think Cosby got caught up. He maybe he stopped paying. Maybe he was paying these women off. Maybe he was giving them money from time to time because they kept calling, and he cut the money off. And now they got mad, and you know, they did what they did. I think some of that was going on. But ain't nobody raping a woman, man. Come on, man. Man, everybody knows a money grab. Everybody, anybody that's know what's really going on out here in these streets, especially Hollywood. Man, no thinking logical person believes that Cosby raped 50 something women. Some women say, hey, she got raped 3 times. Man, give me a break. Are you kidding me? This shouldn't even be a conversation. You got raped 3 times. You kept going back for more? Come on, man. This is just, after a while, this just becomes like, this is just silly. It's just silly, man. Silly nonsense. And you got people that you work with that are saying the silly nonsense. People online repeating the silly nonsense. And they know better, man. But they just can't stand They just can't stand to see that somebody other than them is doing better than them. That's all. That's a lot of that has to do with jealousy. The hate is real out here, man. But Cosby didn't make. He got caught up and made a lot of bad moves. But man, it's rape no 50 something women. Man, get out of here. But during that time, in the what, 60s and 70s, and even the 80s, Cosby ain't getting at no white women like that. Without some help from somebody else, some white guys putting them women on to him. Where he gonna meet? Where he meet these women at? At the Playboy Mansion. Exactly. So you think he just went to the Playboy Mansion and was like, hey, I'm Bill. I want to get to know you, please. You think Cosby had game like that? Come on, man. Not during that time. Man, white women were barely coming out the house in the 70s and 80s. Even in LA, they're barely coming out the house. You think these guys had game like that? Talking about, oh, he got me high and drunk. Everybody was getting high. It wasn't just the women. Everybody was high. Ain't nobody made them get. Ain't nobody made them drink. Everybody was high and drunk. But see, white women are a protected class, so they can. The court system protects them, so they can say and do almost anything, and they're always going to get the benefit of the doubt. And they know this. A lot of white women, white women, they know what time it is. They might play dumb, but they're not stupid. I was born in Chicago. That's my parents wanted to head Maryland, which borderline southern state. A lot of people talk good about Columbia. Yeah, Columbia is it's a city in Columbia. I forgot the name of it, man. Where a lot of foreigners go for jobs and just for vacation. And some of them stay long term. Some stay 3 months or as long as they can or whatever. I forgot the name of it, man. Some kind. Yeah, when you, Mr. Mason, yeah, when you these other countries, they don't have no status quo now. So let's get one thing. Let's put things in perspective. When you go to these other countries, there's no status quo. So all this little this bait and switch and this game that a lot of people play over here, that ain't gonna fly in these other countries. All your little privileges you have over here, that's not gonna play out in these other countries. You going to jail. See, this is why a lot of people don't like to leave and go to other countries because they think, oh, I'll take that same mentality I got over here to these other countries. That ain't gonna work. You're gonna end up in jail with the quickness, you know. So I don't got a problem with the places being strict and brutal because I understand that's how the real world works. That's how the real world really works. Over here, they're more passive aggressive with it for the most part. They disguise certain things. It's camouflage, and they don't really want to. Violence is the last resort here. You know, these other countries, violence is like that's like first. They don't put people in jail, so quick because it's like they don't really have a lot of. It's not a lot of jails in these other countries like that. But over here, it's more jails here than any place. You know, and they actually, they make money off of people like that over here. And they don't do that in these other countries. People don't get they don't get caught doing things in these other countries as much as they do. They don't target people like they do in these other countries, like they do here. Here it's like it's just this like the wild wild west. We're in the belly of the beast here, like I said. These other countries, they don't prey on certain people for profit. It's not like that. I'm not saying all countries, but the majority of them, it's not really like that. Now, a lot of these other countries have they're being influenced based on what we do over here. Got to keep that in mind too. Because their economy is kind of tied to our economy over here. Because people make deals and all that stuff, and they trade and all. Go figure. So there's a lot of corruption, a lot of corruption over here too. But a lot of these other countries are just set up different. And like over here, this is really a welfare country. This is a welfare state. This is a welfare country over here. It's a welfare state. Yeah, that's what it is over here. This is why people from other countries come over here, because they can come over here and get free stuff. See, they can't get free stuff where they came from because they don't have the infrastructure over there. They don't have a lot of, they don't have resources like that give people free stuff like that. If they give you something, what are you going to give us? Over here, people come over here, they get the free stuff, and they don't have to give it back. For the most part. This is why people come over here. And then it's like, people come over here and they figure out, okay, if I want to prosper and get rich, I'll just follow the status quo. And the status quo it doesn't work in our favor because the status quo works against us. So people are willing to go along to get along. So they come over here to take off the dashiki and take off the veil, and they wearing pants and tight jeans and a blouse and put on shades and high heels and get them a brand new car and cut their hair and get a job at some corporate job, and you would never know they from Iraq, Dubai, Jordan, Brazil, Israel. You would never know where they from. Because you look at her, you're like, well, I know she's a foreigner. She looked like a white woman, but The ass is kind of round, white woman's ass ain't round like that. Uh, uh, hey, you ask where you from? Oh, I'm from Bahrain or Dubai, or, Mexico. To be like that, you know, it was that type of vibe. Yeah, a lot of people say it was payback because we're trying to buy ABC twice. She tried to buy it twice. A lot of people don't know about the second time. Big child for life. The Philippines, yeah, the Philippines it is what it is. Big child for life. Hey, like the video, share the video. I don't know. I don't know much about MGTOW, to be honest. But hey, if that works for you, hey, knock yourself out. But at some point in time, you're gonna have to interact with a woman, whether it's in the workforce or in your personal time. So I just don't think that. I don't see that being a solution. Just go get a blow up doll, or I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't want to be involved with women at all. I'm tired, man. Big time is about saving your money and not dealing with the stress. You should have been doing that in the first place. You should have been focused on your money in the first place. Why I gotta be a part of a group or be a part of I don't even know if it's a group. What do you call it? Is it a lifestyle or what? Why I gotta be a part of somebody else's lifestyle? Why I can't? Why my lifestyle has to be called a name? It's like I have my own lifestyle, but I don't. I didn't call it a name. It's just my life, my game, my show. That's it. But I don't have it. I don't. It's not. I didn't get it from any place else. It's just my life philosophy. That's what I don't understand. Why do people come online or maybe offline? I don't know. And they'll meet people, and somebody will say, "Hey, I'm Big Tile, or I'm down with this organization," and they'll talk them. They'll influence them to be a part of it. Why is that? Why do you think that? Why do you think that happened? That's my question. Why can't you, as a man, figure out what works for you? Seems like a lot of guys happy with the move, so I'm happy for them. Yeah, I mean, I like do what works for you. That's what I always say. It's not so much of a solution. I would say just treat it like someone saying they don't want to smoke anymore. It's bad for the health overall. It's more so women are bad for your health. It's more of a philosophy of anything, and some people take it to a lifestyle degree. The group exists primarily to help other men not fall into a state of pure rage. Okay. They either get into a rage because they're in a relationship they don't want to be or in, or coming out of a terrible relationship and not really knowing what to do with your life. So groups like this can, from doing negative things in life, such as drugs. Why? Look, bad relationships, having relationships that just don't work out. I would say this: some relationships just don't work out. That's a part of life, bro. You can't avoid that. Look, you're gonna meet somebody out of high school, you're gonna meet some girl out of college, whatever, and it's just not gonna work out. You're gonna be maybe she's gonna broke your heart. You're gonna be mad. Hey, that's just a part of life, bro. You can't run from that. That's just what it is. If I had a daughter or a son and they were a teenager, I would say, hey, the first person you spending a lot of time with, you're probably not gonna get married to them. And at some point in time, y'all gonna break up. And somebody's gonna get their feelings hurt. That's just what it is. So you don't have to go and wild out, start drinking and acting crazy and getting high on drugs. That's weakness. That's a sign of weakness. I mean, come on. That's just a sign of weakness. I didn't even think when I didn't even think about losing it and acting crazy once I got my feeling hurt the first time. I wasn't even thinking like that. I'm like, that's just a part of life, bro. I don't know what to say. You gotta have to face that. You gotta have to take that. That's just what it is. They should have been going their own way from day one. You should have never put women on the pedestal in the first place. You're the prize, and women already know this. Everyone just goes along to get along. And then when it doesn't work out, you're mad. Guys like me, I'm able to handle it, but there's some men who just break down as soon as something terrible happens. I spend a lot of time helping some of these guys so they don't mess up there. Yeah, a lot of these guys are weak minded. It's snowflakes. They melt under pressure. Because, I don't know who they were raised by. I don't know. But one thing I respected about my parents, they was honest about me. They was honest to me about about how life really works. Now maybe every time I asked them a question, they was always honest. That's the thing I respect about my parents more than anything. They was honest. Doesn't matter what the question was. Doesn't matter what it pertained to. They were always honest. My dad was always honest. He said, "Look, everybody ain't like your mom out here." He said, "You got some loose women out here." He was honest. You know, I got them blow up dolls for a low price, 99.95. Yeah. Yes, some people are meant to be with others, and other people are just meant to be single. I don't know what happened, but we live in an age where people are just angry as hell and want to fight or die. Some of these people, they should be single. Some people should get a blow up doll, I think, so they can just get out of the way. Men and women in general want things easy in life and don't want to make any sacrifices. I myself have felt like no shit, Mason factor. We live in a instant gratification society today. People want things fast. We live in a microwave society. Most people are cowards. Yeah, most people are cowards, man. They are, you know, sad but true. Yeah, most people. Yeah, most people I've met over the years, they're cowards, man. It's never a problem. Nothing is ever a problem until it happens to them. That's when it becomes a problem. Real things take time to progress in any situation. Yeah, things take time. Anything that's worth it, it's going to take time. You're not going to, it just doesn't work like that. You know? Oh, shit, man. So, yeah, man, it's been real. I'm about to roll out. So, like the video, share the video, all that good stuff. You know, let's see, Sally, this is safe of society. Cops took over and don't know how to deal with their problems, so they hurt everybody else. Like you said, I would rather buy a sex. Yeah, some people need to just get a sex doll and get out of the way. Leave people alone. All right, good night. I'm out. Peace.